Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Jasmeh United. I'm so sorry for not uploading for quite some time now. Actually, I was out for some time and I was just getting back to my routine life. But we are here back to the channel. Let me just remind you, if you haven't subscribed or like the video, you can please do it now. Also, let's dive right in about the transfer updates that are revolving around Manchester United this summer. Of course, all the names are linked to Manchester United because we are such a great club, a big club. One signing is done, some signings will be coming, and also some players, mass exodus of players will be leaving the club. I hope they do, but it's going to be a big summer. I don't know how are we going to recover from the shambolic season that we just had. We have to recover. We have to play better the next season because there will be no Champions League. So 1 week break, we should be playing better. Um, I'd like to dive straight into the Cunha thing. Manchester United have triggered the 62 million clause, and he's joining. He's coming from Wolves. Potent attacker. 17 goals in all competitions and 15 of them coming in the Premier League. And I've seen his highlights personally. The goals are just great. The big thing will he be able to handle the big team pressure here? Because it's Manchester United and the demands are high. The game is really tough when we play for Manchester United, the pressure and everything. I hope he does, but I think it's a great signing. And we also signed him on the 1st of June. That's just so soon. I mean, we wait for transfers like for United since the past decade. The transfers happen in July, but this time there is a change. I think the owners change, and the transfer team is working really well behind the scenes. And I think yeah, Cunha is a great addition to our team. I think he'll really bring the dynamism to the team that desperately needs a lot of running, ground covering, etc. And he's in his prime. He's what 25, 26, I guess. So I think yeah, he'll hit the ground running. And also, just the next day, the news was about Bryan Mbuemo, the Brentford attacker who scored 20 goals for Brentford this season in 38 appearances, which is crazy. He's so underrated. So he had an option. So let me just break it down for you. He had the option to choose Spurs, Newcastle, or Arsenal and Manchester United. Newcastle could offer him Champions League football. Tottenham could offer him Champions League football. Arsenal could offer him Champions League football. But what did he choose? Manchester United. This is why we are the biggest club in the world. Biggest. See, I'm not so sure because the first bid was rejected. Brentford rejected our 45 million plus 10 million add-ons. So fair enough because they are valuing him at 60 million, the same with Matheus Cunha. I think Manchester United will launch a second bid and they should soon because there are some reports incoming that because Thomas Frank's arrival in Tottenham may just shift Bryan Mbuemo's mind to join Tottenham. Now, I'm not that sure. Will he join Tottenham now? See, there is a coach influence. Like we talk about Viktor Gyokeres coming to Manchester United because of rumour Amorim. There's a high chance Bryan Mbuemo may switch his mind and go to Tottenham. There are no concrete news about this yet, but I still have a little feeling that this game can change. I think United should bid the second bid and wrap it up as soon as they can. So I think the two great AMFs will be done if we secure Bryan and Mbuemo's transfer, and then we look at the striker. In the striking options, okay, there are a lot of striking options that we are talking about here. There's Viktor Gyokeres, there's Victor Osimhen, there is Hugo Ekitike of Eintracht Frankfurt. So let's break it down again. Let's start with Victor Osimhen. I think he'll be a great addition to the team. Obviously, he's in his prime years again. I think he's 26 and he scored a lot, so many goals at Galatasaray in the Turkish league. So I'm sure he can make a difference if he joins us. The big uh, the big problem is for Victor Gyokeres that his wage demands. He has an astonishingly high wage demand, and I'm not sure uh, why is that the case. Victor Osimhen is a great player overall. I think he can adjust a bit to join Manchester United and help gather momentum for the revolution. But I'm not quite sure. Will he join? I doubt. He's rejected Saudi Al Hilal, if I'm not wrong. He may go to Galatasaray again on a permanent deal or something. Because the only name that I see Osimhen being linked to is Manchester United. So I'm not really convinced that Victor will join us. Let's talk about the other Victor, Viktor Gyokeres, who was strongly linked with Manchester United since the past 3 4 days. Everybody was certain that he will join us when we will, if we secure Champions League football, and we didn't. Of course, we know we lost to Spurs 1-0. Let me just read it to you what the sporting president said about Viktor Gyokeres. He says, He says Sporting would not demand a release clause now for one reason. He was going to be 27 years old and no player leaves Portugal 27 for 100 million. So the first thing that Victor Gyokeres was agreed on will be 55 million plus 10 million add-ons. He has a release clause of I think 100 million or something, and Sporting agreed that they will agree on a fee of 55 million plus 10 million add-ons. But yesterday, 2 3 days ago, this statement came out saying that the sporting president also says, I don't know, will it be 40 million, 60 million, or 80 million? What I can guarantee is that I will not demand 100 million. From then on, I never spoke to the agent again. I never spoke to the player about departure or values. Now I see the agent in press releasing information. No blackmails and insults, Sporting will not accept. One thing is certain, Sporting will not accept 60 million plus 10 million in add-ons. As of today, Sporting has not received any proposal for Gyokeres. And since yesterday, I've also heard the news that Sporting's agents are talking with Arsenal. Like, what the hell, bro? Wasn't Sesko on Arsenal's list? Now, I'm not that sure who will Arsenal go for. I think Gyökeres is, of course, the better bet because he's 27 years old and I think he'll hit the ground running in the Emirates. Sesko may require a bit of time because he's 22, 23. Still, I'm not so sure. But yeah, for Manchester United, 80 million on Viktor Gyökeres. I'm not so sure. Should we be going in all in for him? Drop in your comments what do you think about Viktor Gyökeres. The third striker, of course, this came out yesterday about Hugo Ekitike. I'm not sure about him as well. I have not really seen him play a lot, but when I've seen his highlights, it's great. I think he scored 15, 17 goals in the Bundesliga for Frankfurt. And he's a good player, athletic, tall, but I'm not sure will it really help United sign a striker who's 22, 23 years old, give him another 2, 3 years to develop. I don't think Manchester United is a club for that. I think we should be going all in for Gyökeres or trying to negotiate with Victor Osimhen. So the striker thing is done. If we get Cunha, Mbuemo and a top-notch bomb striker up front, I think we'll be very potent. Of course, we scored very less goals last season. I think overall, I think we scored 44 goals. This has to improve this season. This just has to improve. And I think this is the main area that Amorim and his team is focusing on. After, if we secure Bryan Mbuemo's transfer, it should be a striker next. And I hope all this happens before preseason because the front three get idea of playing together. Now we can talk about the midfield area. Ederson was a name which was linked to Manchester United for quite some time, but that transfer is gone quite because of the Bryan Mbuemo and the striker thing. But yeah, I think midfield is one of the options. But yes, again, sorry, let me just come back. The striker thing will only depend if Manchester United sell players, and there are some players who are high on the radar, such as Garnacho, who needs to go, who will go, of course, after the dispute he had with Amorim. Rashford should go. Anthony should go. Luke Shaw can go. Malacia should go. The players don't have a future at this club. Sancho, please just sell Sancho. I beg to God, please sell Sancho. I don't want him at the club. Uh, an offer may arrive from Real Betis for Anthony. I'm not sure though. Will they meet our valuation? Rashford is heavily linked to Barca, as we all know. Sancho, I'm not quite sure. There are no rumors about him right now, but he's only available for 20 million. So I think some clubs may come for him. Yes. So these are the outgoings that must have. Garnacho. Garnacho should go. I think 50 to 70 million is a reasonable flight. It will be pure profit on Garnacho and Rashford because they are homegrown players. But Garnacho will definitely leave. I think Napoli are interested. Arsenal and Chelsea are also showing some signs of interest. I just hope he doesn't stay in England and haunt us like Elanga is doing. But all of them will go, and we'll really need to raise money if we have to go for a striker. And then after Bryan Mbuemo, the striker, midfield, and if the goalkeeper, we'll have to sell the players. Then only we can sign new players. The goalkeeper is also Evi Martinez has been linked with Manchester United, and I don't like him. I don't want him at the club. End of story. Um I don't know about any other keeper. There's the Torino keeper who's 6'8". I forgot his name. Something Savage. I think he's Serbian or Slovenian. I'm not sure. but I'm not really sure about that, so I won't be commenting my thoughts. But I think we also need a right wing back because Ahmad will not be able to play all the games, of course, because he'll get tired and he'll also try to rival Mbomo for the place in the AMF area, attacking midfield. So yeah, that's it. I think there is a huge summer coming in for us. For the next few days, I'm really tensed about the Bryan Mbomo situation. I just don't want him changing his mind and going to Tottenham because of Frank. But I think it's going to be a big summer. It's going to be and just if you guys don't know, Ruben Amorim, in his first full season at Sporting, took 17 players out, and then he rebuilt his squad according to the way he wanted it, and won the title for Sporting after 19 years. I'm not saying that Ruben Amorim is going to win us the Premier League title. That's definitely not going to happen. But one thing is for sure: we'll be back. We'll be stronger than last season for sure, and with no European competitions to play for, I think we should be going far in the domestic cups. Guys, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and share, and also follow Jasmeh United for daily updates. Of course, this year I'm not really sure how much I'll be able to upload because it's a crucial year for me also in my academics. Be but I'll try to be as consistent as I can. And see you next time.